Hello, my wonderful friends. Sally the Seeker here, still coming to you with a hoarse throat. I'm doing my best to take care of that situation. I've been drinking hot tea with lime and honey, and it's just one of those things. I think it's allergies. Sometimes I get colds, but again, like as I've stated in the other videos, sometimes it might have been something I caught from the kids because they are kindergarten special needs. Well, even if they aren't special needs, kindergartners are still going to wipe their snot on you. That's just how it goes. So I apologize for any coughing, clearing of the throat, sniffing, and just generally a gravelly sounding voice, but we will get through it. And I hope you all are doing fine. So this video, I'm kind of in order in a way, but this is where Brooks gives his opening statement, which all of his things when he does his pretend crying just really honestly makes me want to hurl. But it's important, and I will be probably stopping in the middle to talk about him but we'll try my best not to over talk so that you all don't miss anything. And this, just to kind of prove I don't know what, if he's probably going to be I think he's going to be kind of in a raunchy mood, but I mean, he generally is. But this actually came right after, I think I did this one several weeks ago, but when they play the video, because he was questioning Detective Casey's ability to identify him. And even though he had said he already saw him in the music video, he still pushed it. Of course, they played the video and he went nuts, and how unfair it is. This is all on the same day. So I'm sure he's going to be petulant. So let's go on and go with it.
State versus Brooks appearances are as they have been. And Mr. Brooks, I presume you're ready for your opening statement?
Just 1 second.
Oh, there's his friend, his supporter, Jay Prince for president behind him.
And for the record, I don't consent to that name.
And we're beyond caring about that. Look at him.
For the record.
Fumbling about. Wasting time.
I intend to have the jury brought out. I presume you're ready to go?
Having a slight issue finding.
I would disagree.
Can you sit up? Because I'm not hearing you very well.
You have more than a slight issue, my friend.
Please.
I'm having a slight issue locating some of the files that I need. That's what I was trying to say.
All right, we'll take a moment. You can look. Tell me when you locate them.
Okay.
I went to that Jay Prince for President's page. It's been a long time. I watched a few things. He's definitely an interesting fellow. Somebody else might have other opinions. And the patient bailiff, God bless him. See, this is how he controls the courtroom, too. He just wastes his time. What's Jay Prince for president saying to the bailiff? The bailiff should write a book. I bet you he'd have so much to share with us. But you know what, Brooks, look at him. He's just I love how he has no problem holding up everybody. It's just incredible.
Your Honor, I have a question.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
The files that I'm attempting to locate are pertains directly to the witnesses that I would be calling.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what witnesses are here today.
You should have
Well,
made a
let's
list.
do this. I'd like you to at least do your opening statement, bring the jury and do that. We'll give you an opportunity to look again. I can have the state write down who's here. I believe it's based on what you told them, and then...
You know, right there, that just irritates the hell out of me. Because, as most of us have already watched, he was a real stinker. That sounds so old school. Well, I'm trying to be nice. He was real pissy about it, you know. And it was like, it's not fair. I'll give them names, but I'm not gonna give them the order. Well, how the hell is he supposed to do that if he didn't write them down in some way? So he did write them down in some way. So I believe that, I remember I had the discussion about it, and he's trying to say, well, don't blame me if things don't. Well, yes, of course he is to blame, you know. And again, he keeps forgetting how much the judge and the prosecution are helping him. Way too much, in my opinion. But I guess they have to do what they have to do. But, you know, he just, it's almost like, you know, the whole world is his secretary. I need my paperwork. Did you get my filings? I want them time-stamped. You know, please. And then he wants them to look at his papers, but then he doesn't look at any of their papers. I know, I've already said this before, but I'm just saying, you know, write it down for him. I mean, you know, he certainly has time to write down his own crap. It just annoys me. Okay.
Well, if there's still something you need at that point, but I'd like to at least bring the jury out and start with your opening statement, okay?
Well, just so I'm clear, I didn't give a specific order in you know who I will be calling by specific order. I gave a generalization of
Sure, I'll have
who
the
would be-
state. Sorry.
who would be called
Yeah,
on what day.
Why don't I have the state write down who's here presently, and then you can make that determination, but at least let's go with the opening statement, okay?
That's what I was trying to get at. It would help to know who's actually here today.
Yeah, well, you know what? I still have another thing to say. He can't be mad at anyone. If he wanted them, he could call them himself. And of course he said that was impossible, which is a lie. He doesn't want to, he wants to be all lazy about it. He wants everybody to, you know, he doesn't want to take responsibility clearly for anything. And then if the list isn't right, of course he's going to explode. And, you know, it's very predictable. But, ugh.
Before you make your opening statement,
Well, so I know if they're
Just
not
make
here,
your damn opening
essentially
statement.
I can't call them.
That doesn't even make sense. Do your opening statement.
let's address that after. I'll have the state write down who they know to be here now or who's coming this afternoon, because there might have been people here this morning. I believe they're still here, but I'll let them write that down for you so you can better prepare. But at this point, I would like to bring the jury out for your opening statement. I presume you're going to give one.
I am.
Okay. Then I'll have the jury brought out, okay?
Subject matter jurisdiction.
My prior written decision stands. I will not be addressing that further. Your objection is noted, and I will be continuing with the trial.
Is it verified proof for the record?
Sir, I don't believe I need to do that, or that the state needs to do that as well. I believe your statement about that is a misstatement of the law, and I do not intend to pursue that further.
Can you show me lawful law that says that?
I gave you a written decision. I have done that.
Can you show me lawful law that verifies that?
Sir,
For the record.
I gave you a written decision.
That I accepted for value in return for
And
value.
that's how I'm going to answer that. So
it was
let's
not verified proof. We still aren't.
Sir, there's no requirement in the law that the state or the court establish that. So your
Actually, there
objection
is.
is noted.
All right.
Actually, there is, Your Honor. Subject matter jurisdiction
Sir,
has to
please.
be proven for the record. Has
It
to
does
be
not.
proven. Has to be proven. You know that just as well as me.
Mr. Brooks,
know that.
Please do not make statements that mischaracterize the law
You know it has to be proven
or that
for the
impugn the
record.
integrity of this
You
court
know it has to be
and
proven
the
on the
proceedings
record.
here.
You know
The
it
jury
has
is
to be proven.
advised to disregard the statements that Mr. Brooks is making regarding subject matter jurisdiction. They are not evidence, and you are to disregard them.
And not presented as evidence.
Shut up.
Has yet to be proven for the record.
The jury will disregard the incorrect statements of the law that Mr. Brooks is stating.
Where's lawful law that is incorrect?
Mr. Brooks, please. I am going to read one instruction. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. The defendant will now make an opening statement. The purpose of an opening statement is to give the defendant an opportunity to tell you what he expects the evidence will show so that you will better understand the evidence as it is introduced during the trial. I must caution you, however, that the opening statements are not evidence. With that, go ahead, sir.
Oh, gosh.
Obviously, I don't have any rehearsed or well-prepared speech, so I'm just going to speak from the heart.
What heart?
I would just like to first say that I want to bring to remembrance something I think everyone in this room has been taught pretty much as far back as we can remember, is that there's always two sides to every story. And for so long now, roughly a year, there's only truly been one side told of this story. And I've sat back and watched from countless narratives that's been put out there, the way this incident has been portrayed at times, and finally everyone getting a chance to get the full story. You won't hear me try to argue facts. The fact is, this incident was tragic, very tragic. That's not lost on me. Facts are that there's still a lot of people healing, a lot of families healing on both sides. And what I'm confident that the evidence will show, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. When I'm confident
Squeeze those fake tears out.
that the evidence will show is that this incident was not planned.
Incident. Huh?
This incident was not intentional.
Okay.
This incident was never even thought about.
Yeah, probably not after the fact.
It's easy to I'm sorry. Just need a second. I think it's easy to look at the magnitude of something like this and form opinions.
Hmm.
I think it's easy to disregard a lot of factors. And I think in reference to what I stated earlier, it's easy to forget the other side of the coin.
Please. Oh, look at that. Oh, bless his heart. What is the other side of this coin? People were run over, injured, killed, traumatized, whole community. Not only that, first responders, the people at the hospital. I'm just not sure what the other side to the story is. Excuse me. That's what I'm not getting. In this case, if it had been an accident and there was something wrong with his car and he didn't mean to and he apologized and, but of course, he's a pathological liar. I shouldn't diagnose. It is my belief. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist, so I shouldn't say that. It appears to me that he's a pathological liar. We've seen him in the act and we will continue to see him in the act. And I think it's just become so easy for him to just, lies are easier than the truth for him. But it just amazes me how he's able to do that. Oh God, I wish he put that mask back on. Okay, here we go.
There's been a lot of suffering involved in this incident. A lot. Obviously, with the families.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With the community.
Mm-hmm.
And even the alleged defendant's family as well. There's been a lot of suffering.
Okay. Oh, I like that one. He really looks ridiculous there, doesn't he? Ugh. It is always going to be about him. If any tears are shed, they are going to be for him. It's always going to be about what he's gone through, what his family. I don't think he gives a crap, honestly. Of course, he brings his children into it, but I bet you he doesn't see them. And for their sake, I hope that he doesn't ever get to see them because that's not kind of parenting they need. Parenting.
A lot of misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you misunderstood? Bless your heart.
And I just want you to keep in mind everything that will be presented in its totality. Keep in mind. The power that you have.
Jury nullification. I'm only saying this because, of course, I've watched it. And I do believe I recall Judge Dorow when she was saying her spiel before she sentenced him, that she realized from day one it was about jury nullification. And boy, was she right. I mean, look at it. There you go. You have the power. And you know how he's always saying, the jury deserves to know. The jury deserves to know the truth. Well, really, the only truth they deserved to know was the evidence, the obvious evidence that was presented to them by the prosecution.
I believe that should escape your knowledge.
About the part where...
This has been a long process for everybody.
Uh-huh.
And what I believe is when it's time for you to make your decision, all of you, I believe that, and I pray that it's the right decision. That all the factors are weighed.
Oh, they'll be weighing them, all right.
There's been a lot of words thrown out there
Mm-hmm.
about the alleged.
And what words have you thrown out at everybody, including the victims? The alleged. So is the alleged him? Now, who's talking right now? Is the alleged talking, or his third-party intervener, or is the third one the one that makes the special guest, or is that the same thing as the third-party intervener? I just want to know which one of you is speaking now. Jesus, man, it's so annoying.
A lot of speculation, a lot of ridicule.
I bet, yeah. People saw their loved ones get run over by you. Yep.
Words like demon.
I concur.
Words like monster.
I concur. Oh, the monster's crying. Wah. Oh, Mommy, they called me a monster and a demon. Do you think they heard that on the prison or the jail phone calls?
I know a lot of the time I've been before you see me with this mask on.
They're saying, please, for the love of God, put it back on, man.
Yeah, I've had my reasons for that. But I feel now is the time that it's important that you see me for who I am.
He's not really looking
No
at
mask.
the jury much.
For who I am. I think this is the moment for that.
He doesn't, now I know, he called out a few people, a couple of officers, police officers, because when they made their testimony, he was looking at the jury, and that really pissed him off. But if he really wants to plead his case, he doesn't really look at the jury. And really, you should be, if you're trying to, you don't have to stare, well, I guess he would be looking at him creepily, wouldn't he? But, you know, he's not really, like, looking at them. Maybe every once in a while, a side glance or anything, but maybe he wants to perfect his, you know, bowed head and his little tiny body engulfed by fake grief. Who knows? But, all right, here we go. Go on. Continue on. Ugh.
I pray that your eyes and ears remain as open as possible.
Mm.
And understand that you alone decide this case, this matter.
Hmm.
The power is in your hands,
There you go, the power.
all of you. To determine for yourselves what truth is.
Mm.
Thank you.
Well, I gotta say, you've made it very easy for them to determine what truth is. Does the bailiff look moved? Oh, look at him. He's gonna put his head down. Oh, okay. Yep. Ugh, his snot disgusts me. Ugh.
Yeah. Do we have their writing materials available? All right. Thank you. Mr. Brooks, you ready to call your first, would be your second witness, actually.
You know what I love about that? She didn't like hesitate. Of course, she's gonna give him his moment, I'm sure. But he's all boo-hooing and his gross Brooks snot coming out or whatever, fake snot. And she's already like, okay, you ready to do your next, you know, to have your next witness? I mean, she's trying to move him along, but I guess she's probably gonna let him have a moment. But that was kind of funny because obviously she was not very moved by it.
You need a minute?
Lord have mercy. The bailiff looks as disgusted as I feel. Dear God. I want to cut off the bailiff's head. Here we go. I wonder if he bonded with Jay Prince for president while he was sitting next to him.
We're going to take a short break. I'll rise for the jury, please. We'll be with you shortly.
You know, most of all those people sitting in there are the family members who lost their family, and they sat through that whole thing without having any outbursts.
Any materials that you were looking for, let us know if there's something you need in that regard. And Attorney Apper, if you could perhaps just confer with him over which witnesses are here. I'll step off the bench.
Okay, so that was kind of the end of that. However, I would like to see, I don't know if they're going to do it, but, you know, obviously Judge Dorow is kind of pushing him along with his little pulling himself together stuff to get ready to call his next witness that he's clueless about because he doesn't write anything down. Everybody else has to do the work, but I wonder if we'll be able to see what his recovery time is from his emotional, with air quotes, opening statement.
And if someone could just let me know, I'll come back out in like between 5 and 10 minutes unless I'm told to come back out sooner.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Well, now he's left with Attorney Opper and her list. Oh, look, my gosh, was that her that walked over and set it down? Guarantee he's gonna pitch a bitch about it.
All right, thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Brooks, have you found what you were looking for?
I'm just gonna go with, I'm just gonna work off the list of the people who's here,
Okay.
if that's fine.
All right. You know who you're going to call first? We'll have that person ready.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to let us know so that the state can assist with that? Otherwise, you can just call when we are in front of the jury. So have the jury brought out, please.
Well, some of them are downstairs and some of them are out here, so it's fine. It just will take a few minutes if they're over in the main courthouse.
Okay. Why don't you tell the state the first witness to make sure they're right outside the courtroom, sir?
Most likely Bertram.
Okay.
Most likely. Most likely.
Do you want to give us 2 names and we'll have 2 people out there? I just want to make it go smoothly, sir. That's all.
Good luck with that, Judge.
Since I'm working off this list, I wasn't expecting that to be first.
Well, you
Who
should
do you
have
want to call first?
written it down
And
your
we'll
own
see if they're
damn
here.
self.
Well, sorry.
That's okay.
Ugh.
Apparently, this list is who's here, I'm guessing.
That's my understanding as well.
You know, you could have been actively more like an active participant in that instead of just expecting everybody to write it down, and then you're still not going to like how they do it, let's face it. And then he's just clueless. He doesn't ever write anything down. He just expects everybody to do everything for him. Oh, gosh. All right, here we go.
Not yet.
Yeah, just hold up the people a little bit longer.
Is there someone you expected to be on the list that is not?
Kinda.
Do you want to make a record of that? Do you want me to address it in any way?
Oh, don't be so helpful. Sometimes I'm just like, stop, Judge.
Not right now.
Okay, so call somebody then.
All right, well then I'm going to instruct the jury to come out and then you can call your first witness.
Oh, no, stop. Oh, maybe it isn't Nicholas Kirby. He might have already done him. See how he looks like? He's gonna pretend like, oh. But you can see once he gets back into his flipping of the papers, he's gonna like, let's see what's going on here. Oh, there's Mr. J. Prince for president to lend his support.
All right.
I'm gonna see who he calls for first before I shut this down. You are not stressed. You don't have a piece of sweat on your brow.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. All right, you may call your first witness. Actually, your second witness.
The defense would like to call the plaintiff, state of Wisconsin, to the stand.
Oh my God, I really did not know this was the one.
Object.
You see his
Objection
eyes?
is noted. It is sustained. Call your next witness, please.
Reason for the sustain?
Not relevant. And you haven't named a person to go along with it.
The subpoena was accepted, Your Honor.
I'll take the issue up outside the presence of the jury if necessary. Call your next witness, please.
Well, I would like to make a oral change motion to dismiss for failure to appear by the plaintiff and for failure to state a claim from which
Oh,
relief can be granted.
please. Let's look
I
at.
will take that up outside the presence of the jury. Next witness, please.
See, he's moved from being so emotional.
Is the state
See what I'm saying? Look, see how quickly he has changed? Somebody who is that allegedly upset. Look at him. Same evil ass.
Mr. Brooks, I'm not going to address that any further while the jury's present. I'll take that up outside their presence. Call your next witness, please.
I'm telling you, the jury is not impressed by that. I would not be like, I would hate to be held up that long. They probably detest him already by this time in this case.
the defense
Okay, I decided to end this video with the continual sparring of Judge Dorow and Brooks over the subject matter jurisdiction and how childish he is about the whole thing, just like everything else. Here we go.
Not yet. Now it is. You gotta. Yep. No.
still has yet to be proven for the record. Is that a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks, I've already answered subject matter jurisdiction. You know that full well.
No, I
Written
don't.
Decision was entered last week.
I know nothing. It has yet to be proved. That's what I know.
Doesn't need to be proved.
It does. It has to be proven by the prosecution. You know that.
No, I actually know to the contrary, so we're not gonna address it.
So show me a lawful law that it says that.
Mr. Brooks, I provided you with the law.
No,
I'll
you
give
have
you
not.
you know what? I'll have my clerk print off another copy of that order. So
You don't have
it.
to do that. Have
No,
her
I'm
print.
going to because you apparently didn't read
No,
it. So
have her
you can
print
read
off
it this
proof.
time.
Have her print off proof that you have subject matter jurisdiction. How about that? It has to be proven
Mr.
for the
Brooks,
record. It has
you
yet
are
to be
simply
proven.
wrong as a matter of
No,
law.
I'm not. If I'm wrong, then show me that I'm wrong.
I've given you the constitutional and
No,
the
you haven't.
statutory authority.
No,
and
you
the
have
case
not.
law.
You have not proven it on the record.
It doesn't need to be proven, sir.
It does need to be proven.
I believe the jury's coming in.
I believe that. You gotta prove it. You gotta prove subject matter jurisdiction. I've set for value in return for value that document. It's not proof of subject matter jurisdiction, for the record.
Don't you love it? And then there's this.
A new trial involving additional time and significant expense to the parties and the taxpayers. You are to decide the case solely on the evidence offered and received at trial. With that, you are excused for the evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning. All rise for the jurors, please.
Well, there you go. She'd already given him 2 written orders of the subject matter jurisdiction. He didn't really look at the first one. He glanced at the second one and then promptly ripped it up. And yet I think till the very last day of the trial, and even after sentencing, he was still asking about subject matter jurisdiction. Oh my goodness. What a mess. But then we kind of like to watch messy things, don't we? Oh well. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. I appreciate you all very much for subscribing, commenting, liking, all that good stuff. I love your comments so much. I've really been enjoying them. And you know what I'm going to say? Be kind to one another. Be kind to you. I love you, and I'll see you the next time.